1920s were known for flapper girls.
And also for the Great Depression.
Cool gangsters like Bonnie and Clyde.
And Al Capone.
But you know what I really love from the 1920s?
What?
The style that came out from the bun.
Like Shanghai?
Yes!
Straight from a Chow Yun-fat movie.
Ta-da! Fashion in the 1920s was adventurous and just a little bit naughty.
Yeah, I look badass. Everything looks good in this. In fact, it will look better in slow motion.
So vain.
I know. Actually, the lifestyles of the gangsters and the songbirds were not only glamorous, they were tasty too.
Mi-chan!
William-san!
Hi.
Sayonara!
Please, don't go. Onigai!
But father does not want me to marry a chef. Gomenasai!
Mi-chan!
The Edo period, which lasted from the early 1600s to the mid-1800s, threw a lot of lives in Japan into confusion. This was because of the new shogunate that came into power.
Hey, do you know that Edo was actually an insignificant fishing village all the way until the government came in?
Right.
And in fact, 70% of the people lived in row houses because they were so poor. Things in Edo were so expensive. In fact, it cost 5 times more than any Japanese city.
Well, that makes sense because, fish was considered a luxury and the common people very rarely ate fish.
Really?
In fact, the cuisine centered around rice. It was rice eaten with pickled vegetables, pickled daikon, vegetable soup. Even tofu was considered a luxury.
What?
Yeah. Very few people also realized that sashimi wasn't always eaten fresh. Because of transportation problems and refrigeration problems, fish was actually fermented and aged in boiled rice.
Ew.
I've asked my friend here to provide us with some dishes that were common in the 1920s in Shanghai. Unfortunately, some of these are no longer popular.
Oh my god, your friend is so cool.
Of course,
Maybe you should wave.
you're not very good at being cool, huh?
It's okay. I'm cute.
Even though in the 1920s, Shanghai was very cosmopolitan, it managed to keep a lot of its local flavors and heritage in the food.
In fact, they ate so well, sometimes so lavishly.
But having said that, a lot of the Shanghainese cuisine was also heavily Western influenced. For example, this dish, what does it remind you of?
I think it reminds me of pasta.
Exactly. The use of cream, dairy and cheese was unheard of in Chinese cuisine until the Westerners came.
I know. Is that why they paired it up with red wine?
That's Ribena. Oops. Oh, we gotta go. Anyway, you know what they say about slow motion?
What?
It's true. Watch me as I exit like a boss.